What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be breaking down UFC 305's main event, Izzy versus Dricus du Plessis. So make sure you guys stick around for this entire breakdown. Love you guys. Let's get after it and get into this video. What up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Now, for starters, I thought this was going to be Izzy's comeback. I thought he was going to come back after being out for a while. I think his last fight was Sean Strickland. I thought he was going to come up with something new, just go out there and wax this dude. But I got ahead of myself. Dricus du Plessis is no joke. The dude is a very well-rounded fighter, MMA fighter, and he took it to him. Let's get into round one. Well, round one, Dricus du Plessis and Izzy Adesanya met in the middle. Izzy Adesanya has a thing. I don't know if it's from his kickboxing or Muay Thai background, but he takes the center of the cage. Now, he does very good movement moving forward. I like during that first round, the switching sides of Izzy Adesanya, trying to throw off Dricus du Plessis, and it makes it harder for somebody like Dricus to figure out Izzy Adesanya, especially somebody who switches sides like that. But he was like the Izzy Adesanya of old, picking his shots, a lot of feints, wasn't as busy as I thought he should have been in that first round, which is why I think Dricus du Plessis, why he pulled out. In my eyes, he won that first round. The dude was throwing heavy leg kicks, man, heavy body kicks. Like the majority of his kicks were straight up power shots. And one of the things that surprised me too, because I figured he wouldn't do that a whole lot, especially against a good counter striker, was the dude was blitzing like crazy, man. Just lunging forward, very explosive, throwing 1, 2, 3 combos. Now, he did that in the first round, and Izzy evaded a lot of those shots. And, you know, Dricus du Plessis didn't land a whole lot of heavy shots, especially off of his blitzes, but he tried to get Izzy down later on in that first round. It failed. Izzy Adesanya had great takedown defense, kept the fight standing, and started picking shots, starting to define his range a little bit at the end of that first round. So, to my eyes, Dricus du Plessis won that first round, even though Izzy Adesanya looked good. He hit him with some good shots. It's just Dricus du Plessis was busier, hitting with some blitz and heavier kicks. Now, moving on to the second round. This is one of my favorite rounds right here because it was so exciting. Both meet in the middle. Izzy Adesanya working his striking, finding his rhythm, finding his distance, landing some shots, ends up blitzing a little too close. Dricus du Plessis changes his level, runs right into the double leg, gets him down pat. Izzy Adesanya is struggling to get to the cage. A little bit easier to get up when you got your body to lean on to help yourself up, right? You don't want to get taken down in the middle, especially if you're a good striker. Very difficult to get up if you don't know what you're doing. So he's rushing to the cage to try to use that cage to get back up to his feet. Dricus du Plessis ends up taking his back. I thought he almost had the rear naked choke, but he misses it. Izzy Adesanya gets out. They get back up to their feet, and then Izzy Adesanya's thinking, I know this because I was thinking the same thing when I got knocked down by Jake Ellenberger, knocked me down. I'm like, dude, I'm losing this fight, bro. The dude's taking me down. I got knocked down. I'm losing this fight. I got to get on him. So they get back up to their feet. Izzy Adesanya starts striking again. I thought he ends up dropping Dricus du Plessis. I thought he landed a shot. Dricus drops, but he goes for a low ankle pick, taking Izzy down again. Ends up taking his back, right? And this was like finished the rest of the round right here. Ends up taking Izzy Adesanya's back, trying to off-balance him, shucking him down, striking from that back position. Izzy Adesanya ends up getting an overhook, ends up trying to sweep him, but by then it was too late. That was definitely a Dricus round, which shows the full-on MMA style of Dricus du Plessis. He's got good striking, he's got good wrestling if he thinks his opponent's striking is getting the best of him, and of course his jiu-jitsu, immediately looking for those chokes. Round 2 over, moving to round 3. Third round, both guys showing a little bit more fatigue in that third round. It was kind of back and forth. I mean, early on, Izzy Adesanya was getting the best of Dricus du Plessis. Dricus du Plessis, I think, was a little fatigued after all the grappling exchanges and scrambles from the second round. So I think he was recovering, allowing Izzy Adesanya just to strike. I don't think anything was hurting Dricus, but he was staying composed. He was keeping his guard up and just kind of resting there. But then it kind of turned the tide a little bit. Dricus du Plessis was coming back, and it was kind of a back and forth. You know, Dricus got a little bit, Izzy got a little bit. No shots in the third round. I really think this was the time where Dricus spent that third round, I guess, trying to catch his breath, all right? Trying to get his energy level back up to 100 for that fourth round. So still back and forth, but it was still fairly even in that third round. First and second round went to my man Dricus. Third round, a little bit more even, but great combination exchanges. Both looked a little fatigued and a little sloppy, especially coming from Dricus, but that's how Dricus fights, man. He's a little awkward when he gets a little fatigued out there, but he still lands good shots. Not a whole lot of heavy shots in that third round, but I think the fourth round is going to be happening. Let's go. We are into the fourth and final round of this fight. Izzy Adesanya coming out blazing, man. Finding a strike, a little more pep in the step in the fourth round. But if you notice, after that third round, Dricus du Plessis' corner said, hey, listen up, Dricus. When you were doing well is when you got Izzy Adesanya backing up. A lot of guys do well when they're coming downhill, but as they're backing up and fighting off their heels, they don't do as well. Izzy started finding his shots, really picking his shots, landing some good heavy shots, but then the voices of Dricus du Plessis' coaches was in his head. He starts pushing forward, throwing his blitz, hitting with a right hand, knocking Izzy down. Izzy gets back up to his feet. Izzy says, let's go. I need you to strike now. As soon as Izzy said that, Dricus du Plessis blitzes him again, hits him with 1, 2, 3 right hands, taking Izzy down, and then jumping back position, immediately getting that rear naked choke, getting the finish, submitting Izzy Adesanya in that fourth round, man. Excellent fight, bro. Back and forth, Dricus du Plessis 100% of the way, except for maybe the third round, controversial, but he definitely won the first, the second, and the fourth round, obviously getting that submission. Dricus du Plessis is dope, bro. He's got good striking, he's tough, he's durable, he's got cardio for days, even though he looks a little sloppy, but he is the 185 middleweight champ. You got to take your hats off to my man, Dricus du Plessis. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this UFC 305 main event breakdown. Make sure you type in some comments down below. Hit that subscribe button. Let me know what you want me to break down next. I love you. Peace.